Hi there. In response to your request, an email, I just wanted to give you guys a short little tour and introduction to some of the changes and where you can find things in Moodle. So, Amy, if you can see, I'm logged in as you right now, and so you and Jenny have the same permissions. So, the first thing is, as you can tell, there's quite a new look going on here. There's a couple major changes that will affect you. One is that all of the things we used to do before, or all of our menus, have now moved to the top here. And so there's a new Get Help section, and under there, it's an internal ticketing system for any issues that can be accessed whether you're intranet or extranet. These are front page settings that you guys normally don't do anything with, so we'll leave that alone. This is your own profile settings, and then these are your rights as site administrators, managing courses, categories, general settings, appearance issues, front page, again, which you guys don't normally touch, and reports. The other thing you're going to see is this My Courses section and status of incomplete, attempted, completed. So in order for that to work for your staff in the ELC, for that to be able to show them where they're at for the courses that they're enrolled in at the time, you're actually going to have to turn that feature on if you want this to work for your courses. So what I'm going to do is just go into the WAMS course and address that issue first before I talk about enrolling. So the first thing is you'll see that you're in the WAMS course here, and normally up here is where you would go to turn on editing. But instead, we're going to go under the Course Administration tab, which is now popped up as you're in a course and being in your clinical educator or your instructor role. So we're going to turn editing on there. And so now you can see all your usual abilities to edit things are all now visible. So one other thing that I just wanted to talk about is, again, completion tracking for that little section on the front page to work. So I'm going to go to Edit Settings for editing the settings for this course. And if we go down here, we can see completion tracking. And completion tracking is already on. So that's fantastic. So that means that when different things are completed, they will show up. As far as if you have any things that require completion for the course, those will all show up. So that's fantastic that you already have that on. So I'm just going to cancel out of there and wait for this to come back. Fantastic. So if you want the course completion working, make sure that's on. Now I'm actually going to go to the course completion editing tool. So these are what is going to affect that section for the users. So we have completion requirements, and I've got course completion is complete when all conditions are met. And then you've got all these different menus. So when it says all conditions are met, you have to decide what those conditions are. So for example, we've got some resources here, and maybe looking at those resources isn't required, but actually completing this quiz is what's going to be required for them to actually see over on the front page that the course is complete. And you guys can check this, and of course this is for all courses. And again, you can see that like many things in Moodle, you can change a variety of those things, such as a certain grade that they require to get on that quiz, or whether it can be marked manually completed by somebody later on, if there's a certain date by which it has to be done in order for it to be marked completed. So that's going to be all new. I'm going to cancel out of that and leave that for you. So just a reminder, that's if you in settings have course completion marked on, then this edit will come up, and you can then set the conditions by which you will actually see in the front page whether or not this course is complete, in session, or incomplete. Now, Amy, you said that you couldn't do anything with users. I wonder if you were over here under site administration. Because with your guys' permissions, you can see that you can't really do anything for users under site permissions. So what I'm going to do is go back, and when you're in a course, though, under the course administration tab, you see the users, and then you see enrolled users like you used to see, and then you can still enroll users into a variety of courses, whatever you want to do. Again, this is the same from you and Jenny. So basically all the things that used to be over on the left side, I've wanted to sort of clean up the look of Moodle, and I took them all and we moved them up top into drop-down tabs, and to try and give a cleaner look to the page. So everything is still there and you can still do all those things. Just go to the course administration, and then if you want on the main page, the things to look for your staff, whether incomplete, attempted, or completed as far as the courses they're enrolled in, you're going to need to set up those completion settings. Okay, I hope that has been helpful and that answers your question.